Okay, so here's a thought to kick us off. What if all this amazing tech we're building, AI, automation, all of it, what if it isn't actually moving everyone forward? What if maybe it's even holding some people back? Kind of flips what we usually think on its head, right?
It really does. And that thought gets right to the heart of this fascinating book we're diving into today. It's called Power and Progress by Daron Acemoglu and Simon Johnson.
Ah, yes. Two heavyweights in economics.
Absolutely. And their work, well, it directly challenges a really fundamental assumption most of us probably hold about progress itself.
Right. They don't just ask, is this really progress? That's part of it, but they push harder. They ask, progress for whom? And asking that question, it just shifts the whole lens, doesn't
That
it?
completely reframes the conversation. Yeah.
Though at its core, Power and Progress is this sweeping journey. It looks at history, it looks at economics, and they argue that these big technological breakthroughs, I mean, think way back, the plow-changing farming.
Yeah, or the printing press.
Yeah, exactly. Or steam engines kicking off the Industrial Revolution, right up to the silicon chips and, well, everything today. The book argues these things haven't automatically spread prosperity widely.
That's the kicker, isn't it? The automatic part. They really dismantle that idea, this idea that tech progress just, inevitably lifts all boats. They show, pretty meticulously actually, that unless society, people, governments actively steps in, unless we guide innovation towards being more inclusive,
Then what happens?
well, the gains, they tend to get captured by a pretty small group.
Like the elites.
Yeah, the elites. Could be the capital owners, the big industrialists back in the day, or, the tech giants now. They use the British Industrial Revolution as a powerful example.
Okay.
You have these huge productivity gains from new machines, factories, amazing stuff technically. But for decades, for many, many workers, what did it mean? Often, worse conditions, longer hours, wages that just didn't keep up.
Well, the factory owners got incredibly rich.
Exactly. That's the kind of imbalance they're highlighting. It's not automatic benefit for all.
Reading this, what really struck me was how they managed to avoid making it just dry, like some dense academic text.
Right. It's very readable.
Yeah. They frame it as something urgent, something that genuinely affects all of us, affects you listening. And they do it by taking us through history, showing these patterns repeating. It wasn't just the Luddites worried about looms, it connects to anxieties about AI today.
The parallels are quite striking.
And you see it with early factory automation, the rise of big finance, even shifts in agriculture centuries ago. It's a recurring theme. And given how fast AI is moving, especially now in 2025, looking ahead,
The timing couldn't be more relevant.
feels like it. It really feels like a bold call to action, like the soul of our future economy is kind of what's at stake here.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. The direction we choose to go in.
So we've walked through some of these historical examples, the core arguments Acemoglu and Johnson make. Powerful stuff. As we kind of wrap up this deep dive into Power and Progress, let's maybe circle back to that central message. The big insight seems to be tech progress doesn't automatically equal human progress. Full stop.
Right. It can, but it's not guaranteed.
In fact, the book shows pretty convincingly how innovation can actually widen inequality, make things worse for some.
Unless, and this is the crucial part, unless democracies, workers, citizens, basically people, consciously shape its direction.
Yeah, we have to steer the ship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And connecting that to the bigger picture. You asked earlier, progress for whom? The who behind the progress really stands out.
How so?
Well, there isn't like a single hero figure in this story. Obviously, it's nonfiction. But if there's a protagonist, it's kind of society itself.
Meaning us?
Meaning us, yeah. It's you voting in the next election, or the worker arguing for better conditions, or just the citizen deciding how you engage with new tech. The book is really about how we, collectively, have responded to these huge waves of innovation throughout history.
Sometimes pushing back.
Sometimes pushing back, yeah. Sometimes wrestling back some of that unchecked power,
Yeah.
trying to make the benefits shared more justly.
That's why this book, even though, let's be honest, it covers centuries of economic policy, it's a serious read.
It's definitely got some heft.
Yeah. But it's written explicitly for you listening. It says it's for citizens, voters, thinkers, workers.
Right.
Not just academics or, econ nerds.
And it is clear. It's compelling. You really don't need the PhD to follow the core arguments they're making.
No.
And it leaves you with, well, I felt a real sense of urgency, a clear message about needing to direct technology, pointing it towards public well-being, not just letting it default to maximizing corporate profit.
It's like if left to its own devices, tech just follows the path of least resistance or the path where the power already lies.
Something like that. It needs conscious guidance to serve broader goals.
Hmm.
It won't just magically do it on its own.
So, okay, let's bring it home for everyone listening. What does this all mean for you? The book strongly suggests the future of technology isn't some predetermined path. It's not just set by algorithms or tech billionaires.
No, it hinges on collective action, on the choices we make.
Right. So the final thought, maybe, is this. If that's true, if we get to shape how technology evolves, what will be your part in demanding that technology truly serves humanity? How do you participate in that choice?